Good to see you too.
Council members, we're live. If you could please hold your comments. At this time, will all sergeants please start recordings?
PC recording started.
And cloud is rolling. And good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's remote New York City Council vote for the Committee on Health. At this time, would all panelists please turn on their video for verification purposes? And to minimize disruptions, please place all electronic devices to vibrate or silent mode. Thank you for your cooperation. Chair Levine, we are ready to begin.
Excellent. Thank you, Sergeant. And welcome everyone to this hearing of the City Council's Health Committee. I'm Mark Levine, Chair of the committee. I am pleased that we are joined by fellow committee members, Councilmember Barron, Councilmember Holden, Councilmember Ampry Samuel, Councilmember Dr. Eugene, Councilmember Brooks Powers, Councilmember Diaz, and I believe I have acknowledged all the members present. If not, we'll catch you in a moment. We are today going to be holding a vote on an important piece of legislation, intro number 1625B, in relation to requiring the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene to make available FDA-approved methods of non-surgical contraception and long-acting reversible contraception at its health centers, health stations, health clinics, and other health facilities. Currently, DOHMH maintains several health clinics centered on patient sexual health, which provide low to no cost services for sexually transmitted infections and accept all types of insurance. Long-acting reversible contraception, known as LARC, refers to several FDA-approved methods of birth control that are intended to last for at least several years without requiring any user action. LARC methods are considered the most effective form of birth control in preventing unwanted pregnancy beside abstinence. Despite its efficacy, only 5.8% of adolescents and women aged 15 to 19 have ever used a LARC method. Some barriers to use of LARC methods by young women and adolescents include lack of familiarity or understanding about LARC's lack of access, low parental acceptance, lack of understanding about LARCs, lack of access, low parental acceptance, high cost of initiation, and obstetrician, gynecologist, and other healthcare providers' misconceptions about the safety of LARC use in adolescents. When cost barriers were eliminated and the LARC method was explained, research found that more than 2/3 of females aged 14 to 20 years chose a LARC method. Intro number 1625B, whose lead sponsor is our colleague, Councilmember Carlina Rivera, would require the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene to make available FDA-approved methods of non-surgical contraception, as well as long-acting reversible contraception, which includes but is not limited to intrauterine devices and subdermal contraceptive implants. DOHMH would be required to make non-surgical contraception and LARC available at health centers, health stations, health clinics, and other health facilities operated or maintained by DOHMH, which also offer services relating to the diagnosis and treatment of sexually transmitted diseases and provide timely referrals to such facilities, as well as other family planning providers for other services if needed. DOHMH would also be required to offer cultural sensitivity trainings to employees of its health centers, stations, clinics, and other health facilities, including training on the history of the provision of long-acting contraceptive and the history of sterilization abuse, comprehensive, scientifically accurate information about the full range of contraceptive options in a medically ethical and culturally competent manner, and implicit and explicit biases, which can result in the harm of a patient, particularly those which can impede the fair and equal treatment of all patients. I want to thank my colleagues from the Health Committee for being here today, and the staff of the Health Committee, Councils Harbani Ahuja and Sarah Liss, Policy Analyst Ann Balkin, and Finance Analyst Lauren Hunt for all their work on this legislation and in preparing for the hearing. So I think now I can refer it back to our committee clerk, Billy Martin, to call the roll for the vote.
Thank you. Good morning. William Martin, Committee Clerk, roll call vote, Committee on Health on proposed introduction 1625B. Chair Levine.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Eugene.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Baron.
I vote aye. Thank you.
Thank you. Ampry Samuel.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Holden.
I vote.
I'm sorry, Councilmember Holden, you cut out. I'm sorry.
I vote aye. You hear
Thank you,
me?
sir.
All
Yes, thank you. Dharma Diaz.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Brooks Powers.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Feliz.
Aye.
Thank you, sir. One moment. Okay, by a vote of 8 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, item has been adopted by the committee. Mr. Chair, we have one member outstanding currently.
Well, thank you to our committee members. And we're going to keep the vote open, I think, just for maybe 5 or 10 more minutes to give one more chance for our final vote. Thank you, everyone. I'm really thrilled that we've passed this legislation today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Eugene.
And council members, just keep in mind, we are still recording, so we ask you to keep your conversations to a minimum.
Welcome, Councilmember Powers.
For me to vote?
Yes, sir. Proposed introduction 25B.
Yeah. I vote
you.
aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Final vote now on proposed introduction 1625B is 9 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions. Mr. Chair, that is now a full committee.
That is wonderful. We got a unanimous vote. And thanks to all my colleagues. We will now be